Hello and welcome to Math 115. I'd like to give you a brief overview of Beachboard for this course. You may already be very familiar with Beachboard. I just wanted to point out a few specific things about Math 115, and even though I'm using section 19D for this video, the information I'm sharing applies for all of the sections of Math 115. On the course homepage, on the left side, there will be some weekly announcements posted. On the right side is the information about your large lecture, which will be happening twice a week. In this case, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. Yours may be different, but you'll be giving a Zoom meeting ID that you'll need to use when you click on Zoom. You can get into Zoom for each meeting by clicking right above the meeting ID or going to the main navigation bar. We also have a direct link to Zoom. In addition to your twice a week large lecture with roughly 130 to 150 students, you'll be attending one of 5 different activities with about 30 students. So in each case, you'll want to find the activity you're attending and the unique meeting ID for this particular Zoom session, which is only one day a week. And then we've got some other instructor contact information and a calendar of due dates that pops up here, but it doesn't include everything for the course, so I'm not sure how much you want to rely solely on that. The next link we just discussed was Zoom, but let's talk about the content link to point out a few key items. Be sure to click on the Start Here orientation module. Here is your instructor's information. Here is a calendar of due dates, which you may want to print out or reference regularly, also discussed in the orientation video. Here is the orientation video. It's about 16 minutes, and if you click up here, you can actually download the handout of the slides discussed in the video. I'm making the Beachboard tour right now as we speak, so there's nothing to post. But this class offers an optional support class with a 4-minute orientation video for Math 95. And again, the title is a flyer, which is exactly what you see here, that gives you more details about the course. Your very first assignment is due Friday at the end of the first week, where you'll be asked to download an academic integrity statement, fill it out, and upload it. You can get partial credit after your Friday 2 p.m. deadline up through Sunday at 10 p.m. If you don't already know how to scan documents and upload them as a PDF, not a picture or other format, here is a video you can watch, but I'm sure there's plenty of other great videos out there. So that just gets you familiar with the course. The calendar and syllabus section is more of the specific content. Here is a repeat of the calendar we just saw, the syllabus for the large lecture that occurs twice a week, a generic syllabus for your once a week activity, some information about your online homework and the code you need to register for the course, information about Alex, which you may already have an account, but you'll need to purchase a new 6-week package. This tells you all about it and the code you'll need. Here's some information about the quiz proctoring guidelines that also applies to your exams. And once you take a quiz or an exam, which they're both taken different formats, to get the feedback is a little confusing, so we have a quick little document here to open up. And if you have problems accessing the ebook on Chrome, we've got a handout. As you saw on the calendar, you're going to have 3 exams. And so what we've done is we've broken the class into each of these exam sections, but since we have 2 weeks of class after your 3rd exam, we will be teaching new content that will be covered in the cumulative final taken at your large lecture class. Therefore, when we divided the material up, exam 1, 2, 3, and then that last bit of material, for the most part, it's going to be pretty straightforward. We let you know what formulas are on your test, a list of topics, and then there are a few cases where in your student packet, we aren't able to lecture every problem, so we've made a video and tell you which page to copy that into, and that's pretty much what you see in exam 2 and 3. The last material, we will be providing some review topics, but the most dense module is exam 1. we've got a lot here for you. Aside from the formulas and study topics, week 1, if you don't already have that course packet, you're going to want to print or download to write into a tablet the lecture notes, because the instructor is only filling out existing notes and it would be very hard to copy down everything. Same thing, instead of activity week 1, lecture week 1. You're going to want to have those initial notes ready to fill out until you get your course packet. At the end of week 1, we do post an additional video from the content covered in activity. Hopefully nobody missed activity, but sometimes it's nice to get to hear it and see it again, since we generally do not record activity sections. Also, your 3rd week of school, you're going to be taking a quiz, and it's very elaborate. If you're not able to print out your quizzes and have to just hand write the material, we have an example of what it should look like. Because sometimes if you have the course packet shipped to your house, it could not be received by the beginning of the 2nd week. We do have everything you should need for the 2nd week. And as mentioned before, some of the course packet content is only provided in video for you to copy into your notes. And then when necessary, we provide some extra homework help. And lastly, before your first exam, you will be using the Beachboard equation palette for your exam. So we have a quick little video on how to use it and a little quiz just to make sure you're prepared. So we've covered everything under content. Quizzes will actually have exams. I know, very confusing, but Beachboard won't let us change the name of this title. You don't have any exams posted yet, but you will see them when the time comes. The first thing you'll have is that equation palette quiz that already is covered in the tutorial video that you should watch ahead of time. Your quizzes are in Dropbox. I know, sorry it's so confusing. You don't have any quizzes listed yet, but remember, you do have that academic integrity statement. You can click here to download it, or you can actually click on the assignment itself. It explains your information, your due dates. And what will happen is you would click over here to add a file to upload your academic integrity statement. And if I hadn't already said it, there's a line at the bottom that says, if you don't print this out and scan it and upload, here's what to write on a separate piece of paper. And then you would go ahead and submit as needed. WebAssign is a direct link to your online homework. Alex is a direct link to the Alex assignments. And then of course you have your grades and everybody listed in the class. So like I said, you're probably familiar with quite a few of those things. Just wanted to be sure you understood that quizzes are not in quizzes, but exams are, and everything else. Thanks so much.